I'm Sheena. Today I'm going to talk about the comparison between Spain and Thailand with my team members, Joe Kai and Sam. But Sam cannot record it due to personal reasons. So I'm going to talk about the introduction part, which is about country's background, and then Joe Kai will talk about the 6 dimensions of hostility between two countries and business etiquette in Spain and Thailand. So as we know that more countries has become more and more closer because of the globalizations. When we're doing business, it's very essential to know the cultural differences because it's connected to the respectful towards to people, and it can make people more comfortable when they're doing business. It also can help to achieve companies successful or individual successful. The first thing come to my mind is their flags. Thailand has 3 colors on their flags, whereas Spanish has 2 colors but 1 symbol on their flags. It is very obvious that the blue colors is the biggest portion on Thailand's flags, means they are Thai monarchy. The next is white color, which means their religion. Red colors mean their people. So when it comes to Spain, the symbol has 4 different traditional kingdoms of about their Asian country. So Thailand is located in southeastern of Asia. The weather is tropical weather. It always hot and humid all year round, whereas Spanish located in southern East Europe. The weather can be seen like hot in the summer, very cold in the winter. When it comes to the population of these 2 countries, it's mainly composed of a single ethnic group, which means most of Thai people are from the same group, whereas Spanish have a variety of group people. Moving next is their age frequencies. Everyone can see from the slide of their ages are quite similar. The main age groups are 25 to 54. Speaking of their religion, Thailand people are Buddhisms, whereas Spanish people are Christian. Well, there are another religion in Spanish too. So, when Thailand only can speak 1 language, which is Thai language, Spanish people can speak Spanish, English, French, Italian. Speaking of their most symbolic parts, Thailand have their special courses when they dance. it's the same in Spain that they are very famous of flamenco, and they also dress their own costumes. Two countries have their own dishes which are very popular in the world. Thailand has their Thai food, which usually very spicy. While Spanish cuisines also can be spicy, but they like adding some cheese rather than just have many different ingredients in soup in Thailand. Thank you. My part is finished. Joe Kai will continue to the rest of the slides.
Hi guys, I'm Joe Kai. Next, I will continue to introduce those two countries. This chart is made based on the Horsfall theories. Standing on this theory, we compare the Spain and Thailand in 4 aspects. First, let's look at the power distance. Both countries have higher scores. Spain scored 57 points and Thailand scored 64 points. Through this score, we can find that those two countries have hierarchical societies, and in these two countries, equality is accepted. In terms of the individualism, the score of Spain are significantly higher than Thailand, which means Thailand is a highly collective country. In Thailand, loyalty to the collective is the most important, but the situation in Spanish society is opposite. In terms of masculinity, the score of those countries are similar, but the number of Thailand is relatively small, which means people in these two countries are not very competitive, and the dominant value in both countries are caring of others and the quality of life. As regards uncertainty avoidance, the score of Spain is even higher than Thailand, which means people in both countries tend to reduce uncertainty, and people like to live a stable life. In addition, our group also compared the cultures of these two countries based on whole theory. We find that both Spain and Thailand belong to high context culture. People from those two countries do not like to express the idea directly. This means when communicating, people focus on underlying context, meaning, and the tone in the message, and not just the words themselves. Next, I will introduce some business etiquette in Thailand and Spain. In terms of meeting, there are some differences between Thailand and Spain. First, Thai people will attend a meeting on time, but this may not always be adhered to the Spain. Secondly, the Thais will strictly follow the agendas of the meeting, but the Spaniards will not. Thirdly, in Spain, it's acceptable to interject at a appropriate moment, but in Thailand, this is not acceptable. But those two countries still have something in common. For example, meeting always began with initial introduce and a fair amount of small talk. In the matter of business communication, in Spain, third-party introducers are helpful because Spaniards prefer to work with those whom they know and trust. And we should remember that it's best to keep in regular contact with your Spanish business associate. This shows your interest and thoughtfulness in the business relationship. In Thailand, the concept of faith plays an important role in business interaction. So we should be conscious about what emotion you are displaying. And remember, we can't interrupt other people's speeches and pay attention to listen. We also need to consider some considerations to help us do business better. In Thailand, some small token gifts are frequent and often appreciated gestures. Secondly, Thais place great value on Western tertiary education, so it's common to be asked about your study and the prestige of your Western degree. Thirdly, it's common to keep business connections. Generally, Thais tend not to be competitive. In Spain, first, most Spaniards take a vacation during the month of August. Secondly, people may feel confused about the Spanish office hours. For example, like some businesses stay open continually from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., but others open in the morning from the 9 a.m. until 2 p.m., then break for a few hours and reopen around 4 or 5 p.m. until 7 or 8 p.m. Thirdly, Spaniards are generally not very directly communicators in the workplace. So, finally, if a conflict of interest occurs among the colleagues, it's the best to confront any issues or conflict of the interest privately and directly. In conclusions, there are many similarities between the two countries. For example, the land area is not large. Most citizens in Spain and Thailand believe in religions, and both Thailand and Spain have a hierarchical societies and a high context countries. Uh, and the people in Thailand and Spain are not very competitive and tend to reduce uncertainties. At the same time, the real text shows the differences. For example, Thailand only have one official language, but Spain have 5 different official languages. Thailand is a highly collective country, but the Spanish adore individualism. And people in Thailand will attend meeting on time, but in Spain, Spaniards may not attend meeting on time. And what's more, we also should notice that in Thailand, small token gifts are common in business situations, and the concept of the face play an important role in business interactions. And in Spain, third-party introduced are helpful, and most Spaniards take a vacation during the month of August. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask us questions. And this is the reference page 1, and this is reference page 2. Thank you very much.